do this one. I haven't done this one in quite a while. My fan club is not here because they're down in Florida.
We're here.
What's that?
We're here.
Oh yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
The ladies there.
There's about 25 verses, folks, if you're counting.
Yeah, you don't want to count them. The nice thing is, it's just a 3-chord song. 3 chords and the truth, baby. That's what I say.
It's always the
3 chords and the truth. This is going to be in G. Just round and round G, C, D. This song's called Uneasy Rider, done by Charlie Daniels, way back in 1971, I believe it was.
You think he was really an uneasy rider?
He was an uneasy rider.
Who was that, Jeff Daniels?
Charlie Daniels. Yeah. Remember him? Devil Went Down to Georgia. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let's try this one. I was taking a trip out to L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, looking out the window and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway start to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to go. Played the wrong chord. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight, 'cause there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped down on the shoulder on the rim. I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking place called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat, and I told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for a one. There was one thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed towards the telephone. I called up the station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he could have somebody out there in just about 10 minutes or so. He said, now you just stay right where you're at, and I didn't bother to tell the darn fool that I sure as heck didn't have any place else to go. Well, I ordered up a beer and sat down at the bar when some guy walks in and said, who owns this car with a peace sign, the mag wheels, and the 4 on the floor? Well, he looked at me and I dang near died, and I decided that I'd just wait outside, so I laid $1 on the bar and headed for the door. Well, just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 3 big dudes come strolling in with this one old drunk chick and some fellow with green teeth. And I was almost at the door when the biggest one said, you tip your hat to this lady, son. And when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Well, the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there was 3 of them and only 1 of me. Well, they all started laughing and I felt kind of sick, so I knew I better think of something pretty quick, so I reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Well, he let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair and said, watch him, boys, 'cause he's a thoroughly dangerous man. Well, you may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI, and he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. Well, he's still bent over, holding on to his knees, and everybody else is listening to me, so I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, would you believe this man has gone as far as tearing Trump stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he voted for Hillary Clinton for president. Well, he's one of them in front of them long-haired hippie type guys. I bet she's even got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. Yeah, he's a snake in the grass, I'll tell you guys. He may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. Well, they all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, "Now, wait a minute, Jim. You know he's lying. I've been living here all of my life. Well, I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife." Well, then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving, hoping I didn't run out of luck. And when let's see, keep going, folks. Lost my place. Well, when I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off the jack. So I threw the man a 20 and jumped in and fired that mother up. Well, old Mario Andretti would have sure been proud of the way I was moving when I passed that crowd coming out the door and headed for me at a trot. And I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun of chasing them all just once around the parking lot. Well, they headed for the car, but I hit the gas and I spun around and headed them off at the pass. I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. When I hit the road, I was really wheeling, had gravel flying and rubber squealing, and I didn't slow down until I was almost to Arkansas. Well, I think I'm gonna reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody'd think I flipped if I went to LA by Omaha. You're supposed to stop right there, Roger. Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.